Alright, hello guys, this is How2PC2 and I'm coming to you with a another tutorial on how to make a 3D intro in Cinema 4D R13. And I was using the R12 and I liked it, but I thought that I needed an upgrade, and the R13 has been everything that I hoped for and more. And I actually like this over the R12s, although the R12s I'm used to. I'm just getting used to this. I actually got it today, but I figured it out enough to where I can make a video. So I think one thing that I'm going to show you is I think that there's better controls. If you guys have the R12 version, you guys will know what I'm talking about. When you rotate, it rotates on a pivoted point, which is that point right there where all three of the colors mix. It rotates on that point, which I really did not like that. But now it just rotates on a point where you are. So let's get started. First thing that I'd always do is go to a place called defonts.com. Nope, not that. I did not want a comma. I wanted a pyramid. Alright, this is like the best place. I've got a couple things from here, some of which you might actually see in this video, but so yeah, get a custom font, make it personalized, install it at the directory of C Windows fonts, and I'm not going to go into that too much, but here's what it's going to look like in the end. It's going to look something like that. But so let's begin. First thing that I'm going to say is make 3 colors, and what I'm going to say is choose a primary color, choose a secondary color, and choose a backdrop color. So as you can see, I am making my secondary, my primary, which is a green lake color, and then, nope, reflection, and I didn't want that. Or actually, maybe I do. Alright, 100, 175, 72, 255. Alright, so I want 75, 255, 100, 100. Alright, so now that I've got that, I can go to reflection, make this white, make it look better. 20, and I think I'm going to bump it up to 40, and actually I think I'm going to bump it up to 60. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then backdrop color, I actually advise it to be the opposite color of your backdrop. For those of you who don't know, if you guys want your backdrop to be blue, it's going to be orange, something like that, but that's my personal preference. You guys don't have to agree or disagree at all. And I believe this one has to be up to 40 because it is, nope, 60. It's really odd. Alright, so once you got your 3 colors and they're all looking nice and shiny and everything, I'm going to go to the little cube and hit plane. Now expand this all the way across your screen so that there's no place not covered except for the background. And you'll see what I mean when I render it. As you can see, there's a little bit of background, and then there's the plane. So what you want to do is you want to drag your background color onto it. Then you want to click on it, Control C, Control V, and it's going to make a duplicate of it. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move it back a little bit. Use your rotate tool to rotate it up. And once you render it, it's going to make this one look more of a grayish color and that one more of a whitish color. Not actually entirely sure why that's being layered, but Well, I'll just go with it. So, if I... Alright, that's really bugging me, but I don't care. Alright, so, you're gonna zoom in on right here, maybe rotate it up and zoom out a little bit, and you're gonna go up to MoGraph, hit MoText, and write what you want in your text. Then go to basic and rename it, because you got to be really organized when you do this. And then choose your selected font. My default font that I like to use is either Gang Wolf or Font Night. I'm going to use Font Night for this. And make sure that none of it is below this backdrop. Alright? So I'm going to use the move tool and move this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to make extrude NURBS. Drag that onto there. And then on this extrude NURBS, we're going to want to hit this with 80, flat caps. Now this is the customizable part. I like 3. It all depends on your personal preference. But so yeah, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drag your main color onto it. So my main color is going to be green, and it'll look like this once you drop your main color onto it. I know, really hazy, don't worry, that'll fix up. Then you're going to want to click on extrude NURBS, hit Control C, Control V, and no, Control C, Control V, and it's going to make another one. Click on the color, delete it. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Object, take this to 40, and take this to 40, and hit Enter. And then what I like to do is go to the side of your text, and just move the extrude NURBS to the copy forward a little bit, just so that you know that just so you know what you're dealing with. I'm gonna move it down a little bit too, and move it over this. No, I'm gonna move inward, move out a little bit more, and then you can come back to the front, and it's gonna look something like this. Drag your secondary color onto it, and then it'll look like this. And then what you can do is you can render it, make sure that's how you like it. That's my personal preference. And then what you can do is you can add some lighting. Lights, very important. So as you can see, as I move this, it will start lighting up everything. When I render it, makes it look all cool. It makes this look like it's metal and everything. But I am actually going to move the light forward a little bit. No. Blue. Come on. No. Alright. Well, it doesn't want to be kind, so I'll have to move my screen and click on it again. Move it forward so that when you render it, lights up the text a lot more than the background. And as you can see, it's going to also add that little reflection right there. Just something a little bit cool about it. Alright. And then, so now that you've got it to the way that you like it, we can go and set a camera. So you right click, or you click on the camera thing and select camera. So once you're on the camera, you're going to want to go to View, Use as Render. And actually, hold on. Before you do that, you want to do View as Render, and then hit a camera, or hit camera, then View as Render. Alright, hold on. I know where I went wrong. Alright, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go Cameras, Use View as Render, then you're going to want to go to Camera, then you're going to go to Use Camera, and Use Camera. So that way that the camera is where you're looking. So if I was looking this way, the camera would be looking this way. If I was looking this way, the camera would be looking this way. If I was looking that way, the camera would be looking that way. If I'm looking this way, then the camera's going to look this way. Just remember that. Alright, so now that you got that, we're ready to actually start the animations. So put it to where you want it to start. And I like to start mine really far back. And if I'm just going to check my render settings. Yeah, alright. That looks good. This adds a little bit of mysteriousness to it. Alright. What you're going to do is you're going to go to 0. Well, all of my videos or intros are 200 frames. And so I like to keep that. A lot of people make theirs a 30-second video, which is 1500. Mine are 40-second videos, which are 200 frames. Basically, double the frames, and that's how many seconds your video is going to be. So mine's going to be, sorry, take off a 0 and double the frames, and that's how long your video is going to be. So it's going to be 40-second long video. So always use record position. Don't care about these. Always use keyframe. So you're going to set that, move to your next, how fast you want it to go. Mine is going to be 50, and it's going to, my camera is going to end up right here. Keyframe. So what that's going to do is it's going to move the camera in, and I'll show you what that's going to look like. It's going to move it in that slow until it gets to there. Alright, and then I'm going to jerk it back 20 frames and make it go right here. So as you can see, that's a fast transition, so let's watch it. Always watch to see what's going on. That was an extremely fast transition. So go to the next place where you want it. I'm going to move this to 120, and it's going to come across like this. Keyframe, and as you can see, that's going to be really slow again. So if we play it, move slow, quick jerk in, move slowly across so that you can read the text, and then it's going to stop. And then I put mine to 60, move it out this way, or I center it, and then move it in this way. Trying to get it aimed up, so I'm gonna just zoom in here real quick. Okay, so then once you do that, you select where you want to go through. You're gonna draw back, keyframe, then at 200 it's gonna fly straight through, and then keyframe. So if we reset it at 1 and we watch it through, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to go down, around, over, so you can read the text, go through, HTPN, which stands for How to PC Nation. Alright, so now that we've got this all rendered, we can go into the render settings. Go to screen and change this to 128 by 1024, and you're going to want to change this to 720, and you're going to want to change this to 180, and it's going to pop up with HDTV. Go to save it as AVI movie. It's the best selection, and I'm going to name this Intro 2, and then you're going to save your file. Then you're going to want to go back to output, and so however many frames you made it, mine's 200, you want to have it from 0 to 200. That's all of the frames that it's going to capture. Alright, so mine's going to be from 0 to 200 FPS frames per frames, and don't mess around with anything else. Just exit out of that, and then you can start rendering. Alright, mine's going to take a while because of my 200 things. It's going to record 30 frames per second, which is pretty good. And eventually it'll end up as I showed it in 01. It's going to eventually look like this. I'm just going to make the cool toss back. And yeah, it's eventually going to end up like that. But as you can see, it's only at 10. It takes about 30 minutes just to render 200 frames. I guess that I should stop off and say comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. If you comment, I will come to your house and give you a big fat hug. No joke. But that's going to cost you $50 and a subscription. But, so, yeah. I'm not sure about that anymore. You guys are probably like, ooh, he's gay. No. But, so, yeah. Comment, rate, subscribe. Anything helps. Positive or negative. If it's negative, we'll fix what you guys thought was negative if you leave it in the comments. And if it's good, then we thank you. And if it's good, we're going to request that you please subscribe. It really does help when you subscribe. And who knows, I might just give a shout out to people when I get enough subscribers. So, yeah, How to PC2, signing out.